Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV and Radio, where wisdom meets experience. Join a dynamic lineup of thought leaders, professionals, and changemakers from around the world. Dr. Madalene Chan from the UK, Mariska Dupreya from Australia, Red O'Loughlin from Texas, USA, Carolyn Heward from the UK, Zunette Lub from Cape Town, South Africa, as they share expert insights, personal journeys, and impactful strategies for success. Talking Heads isn't just a show, it's a global stage for education, collaboration, and inspiration. So elevate your knowledge, expand your perspective, engage in conversations that matter. Streaming globally, empowering locally, this is Talking Heads, only on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hi, and a good early afternoon from the UK. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and I'm here to present my episode on the Talking Heads series on USA Global TV and Radio. So a warm, beautiful, embraced welcome to USA Global TV and Radio viewers, our E360 TV viewers, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, and TikTok as well. So without further ado, let's go on to today's topic. So as you may know, and for your new viewers, what I generally do is I don't have a script. And generally what happens is I get downloads through as we're doing the transmission. So for today's topic, it's with truthful discernment, you become your own trailblazer. But guess what I have forgotten? Oh my goodness, it's so important. We have to clear the energy, because wherever you were engaged in conversation, talking in person to someone, or just being somewhere in a different environment by yourself, we are energetic beings. So therefore we are carrying energies from all the place that we were or engaged in conversation. So we need to clear it. And how do we clear it? What we do is either you can clap, put your hands up in the air if you want to, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and center yourself. Bring yourself back and center. Do that 3 times if you want to. Or if you do have a singing bowl, which I do, but it's not like I take my singing bowl outside into town or shopping or somewhere or out with friends, although I should do, but it's pretty heavy. Anyway, by using the mallet and just striking it, tapping it, striking it, that's very, very low vibration. It lets out a frequency, and this frequency breaks all the stagnant energy, because in the energy there's ions, in the air, in the atmosphere there's ions. So the ions that become stuck have to be cleared so that they can start to flow again, rather than like a dam. When we have a dam with a river, it contains the water, and therefore if we do not clear our energy, just like the dam, it will contain this stagnant energy, and it will go into what you pursue or have a conversation with in that next moment. Because remember, everything is about different frames. So now we're into the new frame, which is the now present. So everything has to be cleared to start the new now present. So this singing bowl, by doing this, it clears. You can go into corners of the house and clear the energy as well. But I'm not going to go into that today. I'm not going to go into the health of the singing bowl. That's on another, I covered that on another episode. I think it was 2 episodes back. So please do check it out. Right. Also, there is selenite. Here we are. It's a crystal, a snowy quartz crystal. And that can just clear everything as well. Like this. Ooh, clearer, clearer, clear. And I have my friends today. In fact, every week we have my friends. We've got the owl for wisdom. He's a wooden owl, so it's part of the elements. Oh, I chopped the owl. Sorry, owl. We have Uni the unicorn for authenticness, to promote our authenticity and uniqueness of being a unicorn. The Unicorn Club. I have a protector, my blue dragon, which I believe, and this is from my own perception, I'm not saying everybody has to believe in this, but I believe that here on earth, of course, we have our pets, right? So as above, so below. So let's say the archangels and the cosmic beings and galactic beings, they have their pets too. So maybe, just maybe, see, I was gifted this. I went for a walk with my doggy Teddy, and I found this beautiful blue mythological dragon, a blue dragon, which is the blue ray, which is what Archangel Michael is, the protector of the blue ray, which is the initiation of speech, protection, and liberation. We'll go into another episode about archangels and certain colors and their pets and their dragons and their color ray that they have, and the sacred color fire ray that they have as well, in another episode. But for now, let's go on with this topic. So with Truthful Discernment, you become your own trailblazer. So right now, we are in the beginning phases of the golden age. So the golden age is the age of Aquarius. So the age of Aquarius, Aquarians about unity, friendship, working together rather than for oneself and for one's own greed. So before I talk about truthful discernment and becoming your own trailblazer, let's look at where we have come from. So I have lots of books like this. I've been studying spirituality. I've been awakened since 2012. So from 2018, I started to write lots and lots of books on my research. So I have at least now 11 or 12 books of these. So this is about the third dimension, the material world. So this is where is the age of Pisces, which is the age of survival and suffering. And with the age of Pisces, the third dimension is there for us to be awakened, to become on the path of love. But before all this, we have to look at what behaviors, what are we doing, right? The third dimension is the material world of fear, accumulating materials and living in fear of losing those materials. We fear to lose control. See, so many people out there want to control, not only if they can't control their own life, then they control others, or they're controlling their life and they're controlling others as well. They are controlling and manning the situation or the mothership in a very egoistic way. I wouldn't even call it a mothership, because when you've got a mothership, you're on a 4D dimension, you're not on a 3D. So they're running their company on an ego level, on a low vibration. Right. Okay. So we believe that we're separate from God in a 3D, but really God is within us. We are part of God, Goddess, the universe, all that is, because everything is energy. Ushering in the third dimension, we never learn to love ourselves being in the third dimension because we believe that it's egoistic. The opposite is the case. Not loving yourself is egoistic. So not loving yourself is egoistic. Now, isn't that strange? Because when you love yourself is egoistic, but not loving yourself is egoistic. So loving yourself, it could be in the way of profound vanity. It could be in the way of thinking yourself higher and better than anyone else, which that is not what we are here for, but everybody has different lessons. So we are coming from this 3D, coming into the 4D, which is about abundance, which is about co-creating from the unseen world rather than the seen world. So your 4D is about awakening and realizing there's another power to us as a human, and that is manifesting from the unseen world, from our thoughts and our feelings and our visions, mainly our feelings, that we can bring that through and manifest this. And we manifest not from the world that we see outside, but from the world that we feel and from the world that we visualize and from our inspiration and our desires and what we require within that desire. Our dreams, our aspirations. Instead of the 3D, where our dreams and aspirations were governed by someone on that side saying, you're not good enough, you don't have enough money, you're not privileged enough to have this education. The difference, all separation. So having a truthful discernment is where you have to, where it's important that you go within and question. So when someone asks you something, instead of taking that for face value, meaning instead of believing and going, oh yeah, because so-and-so said that, wow, it's really happening, really, oh wow. And because we're so in our minds everywhere else and not in the now present and not listening, therefore we're not listening, we just go, oh yeah, I believe that too, yeah. And we don't even use our minds, and we don't even think, does this ring true with me? This is what we need to ask ourselves, whatever. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness, Dr. Madalene, please get your English right. Okay. Whoever approaches you and says something that a telltale or to tell you some advice or they call wisdom, we have as humans always gone for, oh yeah, I get that, or we need facts. More intellectual people from an academic life have to have facts, proven evidence, written evidence, picture, visual evidence that this is in fact true. And there's other people that don't have that academic and they go, oh yeah, I see what you mean, because they don't want to appear silly. They don't want to appear as if they didn't listen. So they're not being in their truthful discernment because they didn't listen, but their pride will not allow them to say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say that again? Because their mind is rushing ahead with everything else and they're not in the now present. It's like the robot. Oh yeah. Zombified. Oh yeah, I get it. I understand that. Yeah. Oh yeah, she did that. Oh, did she? Oh, you know, which is telltale, which is gossip. So you have to have the truthful discernment now more than ever to be able to distinguish, to feel the truth. Rather than from what someone is saying to you, you've got to feel through the truth. And feeling through our truth is more accurate than asking for the facts. It's more accurate to feel because right now your intuition is on point. Your intuition is your heart, is your higher consciousness. It's almost, so it's your spiritual side. It's your divine inheritance and divine guidance that gives you, it's your inner compass that navigates you through life. So when you come up to a storm, you have to ask yourself, is this ringing true? And if you go, it kind of ringing true, but if you have it's kind of ringing true, but once you have that reservation, once you have that doubt, but you know there's something within that statement or within that conversation that wasn't entirely true. It could be based on, how can I say, not imagination, but distorting the truth or making the truth sound bigger than what it is, making the story bigger than what it is. And that's what we do. We do that because we want to impress. Now, the thing is, now that we're in the age of Aquarius and we are from our 5D collective consciousness, which is within now, being living and activating in a 4D dimension, because 3D now is the matrix is slowly subsiding because we are now in the beginning stages of the golden age of love and freedom, abundance, co-creating with peace, fair justice. All this is integrated and implemented in the golden age. Finding your true, authentic, divine expression. Feeling the truth through your divine expression. Manifesting from the unseen world. So please remember, because right now there are two timelines coinciding right now here on earth, and what it is fear, control, scarcity, love, abundance, co-creation, light, dark, shadow. So where you might be asking someone for advice, do remember, if they answer in a low vibrational energy, that is not going to ring true for you because you've raised your vibration. So they're not going to be able to give you the advice to go with your timeline because they're on another timeline. And where you may have asked your friend, advice, and they gave advice to you, and they've always given you advice, and you're really close. Because some people have agreed, some souls are agreeing to ascend, to wake up, and some are not. And that's fine because it's all about our own separate lessons, karmic lessons. We are all teachers and we're all here to learn. And we're all here to share. And we're all here to understand and learn the lesson from each other. We're playing different roles and different teachers to each other. There's no servant. There's no upper hand. We are just all teachers giving each and every one of us that lesson. Lessons in love, lessons in lust, lessons in dark, lessons in light. But it all returns back to love. So being in the 3D Our mission is to awaken to the true path of love. And through awakening to the true path of love, it's not all light and fairy and beautiful, which is lovely and utopian. It's fabulous. It's wonderful to be like this. But that's not the true path of love. The true path of love is making friends with your fear, is finally confronting your shadow so that you can transmute all the shadow, all that fear, anxiety, and pain. You transmute it, you alchemize it. So once you've done this, don't think if you've just done this, then you're in the clear, because you're not. You're absolutely not. Every day is a test. Every day we are faced with new teachers giving us the lesson. That's quite a mouthful. One thing that we all have to realize, even in the members of family where they've been really close, if you're asking them a question or asking them for a solution or just asking them to listen, it may not be what they come back with as advice, may not be what you were looking for, because you are now on a separate timeline. And this is what we are all having to understand and awaken and have the awareness that the only teacher, the only guru in our life right now can only be relied upon our higher intuition, our higher consciousness, our innerness, our inner world, where we can then feel through the truth and know how to answer and know how to cope when someone, something, or groups of people are saying something that doesn't resonate with you. It's going to be strange if all of a sudden says, well, I'm sorry, but I don't resonate with that, so that's it. So that's judging. That is actually judging. You might not resonate with that, but those people on that timeline resonate with that. So they will say, hey, I don't resonate with you either. So what we have to do, and is advisable, is just surrender it. Don't say anything. Don't feel that you need to justify yourself. You don't have to justify yourself to anyone or anything. With truthful discernment, you will become your own trailblazer. However, being your own trailblazer is a lonely path, because not a lot of people will follow you. A lot of people will think you're arrogant, ignorant, thinking, who does she or he think they are? But that doesn't matter, because through your actions and through how you live your life and how you change your life, attracting all you desire and require and living a full, bountiful, abundant, loving, peaceful life, they will soon be quiet. They won't say anything. Yet they won't come up to you and say, hey, you were right. Because they're still stuck in that old timeline. It's really difficult right now to take on board what anyone is advising you, purely because you don't know which timeline they belong. You don't know what they're saying is ringing true for you. So the best thing is be polite. And if they want to give you that advice or throw hexes at you, meaning they want to accuse you or judge you or be jealous of you, Let them. It's their problem. It's where they're at. They're not in your timeline. You need to raise your vibration and know they know not what they're saying in my timeline. However, in their timeline, they know exactly what they're saying. And that's how we've got to become in the balance of it. We have to realize that what they're saying is wrong in your raised timeline, your vibration, but what they're saying is completely right in every way in their vibration. So don't try to mix them, because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Oil and water do not mix together. They can live together, but harmonize together, but separate from each other. And that is an example of the two timelines, just like oil and water. When you first pour oil into water, it makes bubbles and it plays, has bubbles, and then it rises to the top and then it settles and then it's completely separate from the water. So you haven't to try and mix it together. So because there are some souls, because everything's by a soul contract, that have agreed to ascend and wake up, and there are some souls that haven't, maybe next time, maybe on this planet or another planet. But their role is still a teacher, and we have to acknowledge this. So it's a case of, yeah, they're right for their timeline, but this is not right for me. Even though it's hurtful what they might say to you, just say, they're not in your timeline. Therefore, whatever they say does not affect me and cannot bring a solution to me, because they're in a separate low vibrational. Well, it's not low vibrational, because it's just a balance. It's the oil and water, the oil and the water. And that's a good way of becoming a trailblazer. Therefore, you're not judging. You're not coming from a place of judging. You're coming from a heart space. You're coming from surrendering, acknowledging, and accepting. For some reason, I've brought this. And to understand, you need to acknowledge. So acknowledge will bring your understanding. Then give yourself the permission to accept. So you're actually giving yourself the permission to accept where they're coming from, their timeline. So you accept what they're saying, which perfectly molds into the old timeline, the old belief system. However, you accept it so that you also accept it that whatever they're saying cannot relate to your way of thinking in the new timeline. Qualify is to experience. Therefore, experience this. So what you need to do is experience your truth by feeling the truth and say, is this resonating with me? Is this ringing true? Another sign you will feel your heart just expand. It's almost like your back will expand, your heart will just go. And that's another indication that you're resonating the truth. If you're going like this, I don't know, I'm not comfortable with this. It's not your timeline. It is not your timeline. Get out of one from that and hop onto your own timeline and become your own trailblazer. Oh, here we go. Let go. Disengage from all that's destructive for your timeline. Not saying they're in the wrong, but they're in the wrong when it comes to your timeline because they're too separate. whether that be thoughts, word, or actions. So even our thoughts, right? Even our thoughts. So if that person has hurt you or said something and invaded your space, you need to, what is required is not to reply in your thoughts, because what will happen, you'll think, oh, it's almost like if someone says something, you don't speak it out loud or you reply, you just think about the thought and go, oh, I didn't like that. Don't like that person. Nick. That nick is actually a negative, same response that would be in that old belief timeline. I know I'm still learning this lesson. I think we all are anyway. That's why we're here. You need to stop. Give yourself a second. And then just take that breath, and then you will find you won't reply in that old energy, in your thoughts. Because don't forget, even if you reply in that old energy and you either in denial or you attack with your words and your feelings, that's, you're still contributing that old energy with that timeline. So let's say your mind is saying, oh, I don't like this, I'm really upset with this, judging. But then your other side, which is your timeline, is voicing out. They will conflict. So you even need that to be balanced. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm running over. So embrace and lead by your heart. Empower and power up. Become your own trailblazer. There's quite a few tools that I've shared with you today. Thank you. So my name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and I will see you next week for another, either next week, I will see you for the next version for the Talking Heads. And for the rest of the week, stay true to yourself and give yourself space to become your own trailblazer. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.